Yeah, a little bit more. Is it? Let me see. I gotta. Oh, yeah, I see it. Okay.
And we should be live, Tim.
Hey, Grant, how you doing today?
I'm doing okay. I know we saw each other earlier today, but
yeah, that's right. Picking up some supplies from Costco.
Gotta load up on the supplies still.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I mean, there's still a lot of people who aren't wearing masks and who aren't really doing the social distancing and stuff. But I still think people are pretty good.
Yeah, anywhere I've been out to, which hasn't been a ton of places, I'm definitely seeing like the businesses have stuff down. Most of the people are being pretty straightforward and considerate. Anybody that's not wearing a mask, it's pretty obvious. Like I was out there today without a mask on. I don't have access to one. I tried to do it make a home one, and it did not turn out very well. So I didn't.
Well,
but I'm also very
trying.
Yeah, absolutely. I need to get something going, and I'm just minimizing the amount of go out anyway. So.
Yeah, me too. I haven't been going out. We had to go out the other day to get a new refrigerator, so got that delivered because ours went on the blink. So
did you get it delivered?
We did. Got it delivered and got it set up in time so I can do the show. So that's good.
You're not gonna just leave me here alone.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. So it'll be good. But everybody else, your parents good? Guillermo, Alex good?
Yep. We're still all doing fine. My dad was the first one here in chat, so I think he's watching right now. So I haven't heard anything from them, so nothing is usually pretty good.
Oh, okay, that's good. How are you seeing chat? I still can't find the chat here.
There's some comments is all I see. We still don't know what we're doing, people. I don't know if you guys know that. We know that.
Yeah. But I guess there are people watching, so we'll know if they comment in there. I just saw you posted "Hi, Dad." Right? Is that the latest comment?
No, there was. We had John Fair and Jeremy Austin made some comments after that.
Oh yeah.
How are you guys doing today?
Hey John, hey Jeremy. I think Chad. He made a comment. He might be here as well. Or I know he checked in. I'm trying to find people here. Oh yeah, so it's good. Well, thank you for joining us, John. I'm glad you're here. And would be a lot easier, a lot better if we could actually see who's actually with us, couldn't it?
Probably.
Yeah.
We're not that good. Numbers keep going up here, so people are still tuning in. There's Patty. How you doing today, Patty?
Oh, yeah, there she is. Hey, Patty, how are you? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in and chat. Oh, now it's starting. It's a little delayed, I guess, on my end. I guess I got a little bit of a lag. So.
Yeah, I know you're still using your laptop there.
That's true, yeah. So, Chad, is Carmen doing well? I hope so. I hope she's watching as well. And I hope that's the right Chad. I'm pretty sure it is.
We know too many people, Tim.
I know. And there's a lot of people with the same names as well.
Oh.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so that's good. So why don't we, let me see, what do we got on the agenda for today, Grant?
A couple of different things. Again, we're going to check in with everybody, see how everybody else is doing in chat as people are coming in. I know we're going to take a deeper look at some different interesting things we've been finding online. I know you found a couple of news articles and videos, and I kind of did the same, so we can just kind of talk to everybody the things that we've been finding that are kind of interesting to look at. I think we have a different top 5, again, scheduled for today. So, Again, we'll see how that one goes. I'm looking forward to this one. I do think it's funny what we're doing with our top 5. And less crossover this time, but there's still a couple on there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then just to let people know, we're going to, again, try to do Meeple Talk here at the end of the show. If anybody would like to come join us live on stream and talk to us through Discord, feel free. I'll start posting the Discord link here in chat. So just letting people know ahead of time, if you guys want to come talk to us, feel free. We would love to, I personally would love to talk to more people.
I know, it would be nice. And Flo just joined us. Hello, Flo, how you doing? Yeah, always nice to see you. Yeah, Flo's
Alex is there.
Yeah, Flo's been there since like the beginning at Meepleville too. Been there for a long time. So it's good to see people are still with us after all this time, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I think Flo is one of those that she's so consistent that even if she's been playing with different people, she always has a group in there that she shows up with.
Yeah, and you know the thing. See, the thing about Flo too is she's one of those kind of people where we've had a lot of them, right, who come to us, and I think, and again, Flo, I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but she may have played like one or two games, right, like when she first joined us, and then all of a sudden she became consumed and started buying and getting a whole bunch of games, becoming a true blue gamer, right?
Oh, absolutely. As soon as you get started with that one or two, that just really hooks you.
Yeah.
Just takes that right game. Because there's so many people that have tried stuff and it just either wasn't the right game for them or it was just a bad game in general. And they're just like, no, that's still a bad hobby. And
yeah, and that's the good thing about Meepleville, right? I mean, because we got so many games to try, and you can always just check different ones out and see which ones are good for you, which mechanics you like, and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's been, I guess, a good journey for her. And yeah, thank you for being such a great customer, a great member, a part of Meepleville. And Jen joined us too. Hello, Jen. Good to see you here.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's good. I mean, again, it's one of those kind of things. I guess we can only know if people are here when they comment, but we just don't know who are sitting there might be lurking, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we got 19 people watching, so I know a lot of people don't. There's only so much to talk about with these type of shows, so we appreciate the people that are tuning in, even if they aren't talking. But for anybody that is watching, just leaving little comments on the videos as we're going through this, guys. It just gives us more to talk to. We're trying to stay more engaged with you guys. I can talk to Tim anytime. It's not that much fun. I'd rather talk to some of the other people here.
And Barbara, hello, Barbara. She joined us as well, so thank you. So that's good to see her here too. So yeah, so that's good. So let me see what let me see, favorite games. Yeah, we had asked people to maybe tell us some of their favorite games that they like.
And I know that's kind of a crossover with our list later, so I won't go into what our personal favorites are. But yeah, just anybody in chat, what are some of your guys' favorite stuff that you're playing?
TJ's here. Hello, TJ. Good to see you with us too.
TJ joined us last week at the end of the stream for Just One, so it was fun to play a game with him.
Yep, that is true. That's good. And he's been a regular too. He's a rather new one at Meepleville, right? He hasn't been coming all that long, but he did become a member and became regular, came regularly on as well.
Yeah, especially when you're jumping in with like the werewolf kind of social deduction crowd that's in there all the time. If you like those type of games and we're showing up on Wednesday, that was a really easy group to get in with. So the past 3 or 4 months, there's been a handful of people that show up and they play that once or twice, and they're like, "Oh, I can do this all the time," and then they're just there every week.
Yep, absolutely. Anthony's joined us too. Jen said she likes Wingspan as her favorite game. I mean, it's not only hers, but a lot of people.
It's a good game. I really haven't played it that much. I think I maybe played it once or twice. I'm not even sure I've played it a second time past the initial.
Yeah, I probably played it maybe right at double digits, maybe about 10 times. And it's good. It is a good, solid game. It's not a game that I necessarily pull off the shelf, that I would pull off the shelf, but I think it is a good, solid game.
Mm-hmm. I see Chad mentions Awkward Guest. That was the one he had mentioned in the video that he sent us. But Chad, it kind of sucks. I had gotten a really fun new Clue type of game from Dice Tower West, and I didn't happen to see you guys in there the week before we went up to Gamma, and then obviously once we've been back. But there's another game that we got called Paranormal Detectives, and that's like a Clue-like game that I think you guys would super enjoy. But again, don't have a good way to show you in the meantime. You need a kind of large group for it, but should this ever get listed, Chad, I got a new favorite one for you guys to play.
Real quick, Grant, a couple of people mentioned they are hearing me echo. Is that me or something? Maybe you don't have me muted another channel or something? Or?
I shouldn't. I don't know if they're just hearing it. I don't hear your audio coming through more than once.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry about that, guys. Maybe it might be your equipment. I don't know if it's for everybody. But yeah, Awkward Guest. I still haven't had a chance to play that yet, and I know it's really intrigued me because it seemed like Clue on steroids. I knew we do have one in the library, so I'd like to play that. I'd like to have a chance to play that. And Brooke said she likes Betrayal. I mean, so do a lot of people, right? Like I said, that's one of our top 5 most played games. I really believe it is.
Yes, Tim is echo. I don't know why Tim's echoing. Oh, I do know why Tim's echoing. I apologize, people. Tim, I have fixed your audio.
Is that you, Grant?
It was because you made me so if people don't know, we're live on YouTube this week instead of being over on Twitch in addition to Facebook. And when I switched over all the logins, I had to redo all of the streaming software setup, and I forgot to mute the other little source on there.
Okay, good. So now we got that all settled.
If everybody can confirm, Tim should be good now.
Yes, yeah. John mentioned Red Dragon Inn. Red Dragon Inn's a good game. I got a chance to try that at Gen Con last year, I think, for the first time. And they have it has been out a while. They got so many expansions with all those different characters, right?
There's like 7 base boxes and then a bunch of like individual character expansions as well. Just a fun card game. I know you can consider it a drinking game. Very few people actually drink while playing it, but it's just a good fun card game for sure.
It is, yeah, it really is. Hello, Catherine. She joined us as well. Thank you for coming in. And then Carmen mentioned trivia. And you know what? That's a good idea, Carmen, because we do have trivia. The ones we've been getting, because I know you guys came several times. And we are going to have a trivia night. And listen, just so you guys know, so we don't forget to mention it, it's Friday, right? We have a game night scheduled right here on where are they meeting, Grant? Discord?
So yeah, if you can join us in Discord, will be the main place, or if you just send an email to Tim that you're interested, we could potentially send out Zoom links to people. So we'll try to set up a couple of different ways. We'll post about it on Facebook as well. You could just RSVP on the Facebook post, and we'll try to get everybody. We'll see how many people are interested, and then come up with a game that we can do. And yeah, if we get a large enough group, I know Tim, you said you still had some of the trivia from that we didn't get a chance to use yet. So maybe that's something we'll be able to try with a large group of people.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, and John says he likes to drink while playing Red Dragon, so I know.
and yes, Anthony, all games can be a drinking game.
Yeah,
not quite the intent there.
Yeah, that's true. And Tamika joined us. Hello, Tamika. So she's with us as well. And Cindy. Oh, we got some more people dropping in. That's really nice to have a good group up here.
Absolutely. So I haven't seen Raul yet, but he did.
Ruel.
I'm going to butcher his name every single time. Ruel. I apologize, Ruel. I am just bad at English in general. It is nothing against you. He had sent in a video of his favorite games. Do you mind if I show that really quick, Tim?
Yeah, let's go see what Ruel's been, what some of his favorite games are.
All right.
Hi, friends of Meepleville. Ruel Gabiola here. I wanted to share 2 of my favorite games. The first being Twilight Imperium, 4th edition. This is a space opera in a box. It's an epic game that takes all day to play, but it's totally worth it. I love it so much. And my other favorite game is this one, Happy Salmon. This is an epic game of high fives, pound-its, switcheroos, and happy salmons. It's a quick game to learn, and it doesn't take all day to play, but it's so much fun. Hope everyone's staying safe out there. Remember, wash your hands. Bye.
Did he say he liked Happy Salmon?
And we're back. Yeah, he threw Happy Salmon in there at the end. I know he said he's always playing with his family, so it makes sense that he has some of those younger kid games that he likes to play.
Yeah, Happy Salmon for 2 minutes for a 2-minute game. It is pretty fun.
That's about all that game can get out of me. That's for sure.
Yeah, and listen, real quick, also, while we don't forget, if you haven't liked us yet, we'd really appreciate you like us on Facebook. So go ahead and do that. And if you could, subscribe to us on YouTube as well. So, because this is what it's going to be for at least a couple more weeks. Who knows how much longer. But even in the future, we should probably continue doing something like this, right, Grant?
Oh, absolutely. We had always talked about it. There was just always so much different things going on at Meepleville when we were up and running. I know me and Billy had tried to get a stream in there at one point. But yeah, hopefully we do get back to some kind of normalcy here in the future, and regardless of what we do with the physical Meepleville location, I would gladly want to stay doing more social interaction like this, especially if people are enjoying it and want to do more. And I think a lot of people might find out they enjoy the convenience of a lot of the online gaming that this is going to force people into. And I think some people will stay using those options even past this being done, just because it is so easy to get out and play with people.
Yeah, absolutely. But again, I just hope people don't revert to this and become, introverts and stay at home with video. As soon as we have a chance to get out and get back socializing with each other, it'd be nice to have everybody back and seeing people again and playing games with real people.
Oh, I'm sure there's so many people that are just dying to get out. When I'm looking forward to going shopping, things are not looking good.
Oh yeah, no kidding, right? I know there's still out of a lot of stuff, but yeah. So let me see. Good. So we got a couple of people. Oh, Marcy, that's my cousin, or
Oh,
not my
really?
cousin. No, not my cousin. She's my sister-in-law.
Well, you were close.
Yes, I know I was close. She's a lot closer than that. She's my sister-in-law. Yeah. Yeah, and she's actually no, she's in Long Island. Yeah, she is in Long Island. That's they're getting pretty hit pretty hard up there in New York.
Oh, I bet.
So I hope,
Yeah.
yeah, I hope you're doing well, Marcy. Thank you for watching the show, and we're good here because Wendy, as you know, she's has to go to the hospital every day. She's a dietitian, so she's still working at the hospital at UMC.
I actually didn't know that about your wife.
Yeah. So, yep, she's doing that every day. So let me see what else we got going on.
Yeah, a lot of people waiting to get out over here.
Yeah, they sure are. So let me see. Let's talk about. Let me see. What are we doing? A deeper look. Things we've been do about the web. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. Do you want to jump into that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's throw it over that way.
So, just so you guys know, we'll have a lot of really cool, funny things there. But the first thing we're going to talk about is the Google, right? Because I know Google is just everybody searches, right? In the search engine for that, and they did this really cool thing with the Google logo the other day. I don't know if anybody else had a logo or saw it.
So it's Google Doodles is what they're called, because you can actually go back through all their previous, like they have a big archive up. So even the link that you gave me, Tim, now goes back to their archive Doodles.
Okay.
So I'm showing the one that you were referring to. So that's just really nice. The little heart going out to all the healthcare workers. And I believe this, if you clicked on it, it gave you a big thank you to the doctor, nurses, and medical workers that are the ones really dealing with all of this stuff right now.
No, absolutely. I mean, yeah, those people are, when people talk about heroes and stuff, they really are the true heroes, and they're all appreciated by everybody because they are on the front lines, taking care of everybody who needs it. So it's really helpful. But also, there are many other people too. Like, when we were at Costco today, all the workers there, who are there to help people get supplies and go shopping and stuff. And I even asked the lady, I said, hey, do you have any masks? Are you going to be getting any soon? And she said, we don't even have masks.
Yeah.
So we really have to appreciate them too, that they're at the stores so we can be there, and they don't even have masks to protect themselves.
Yep. Obviously, for the most, whenever you're going out, you should be nice to people just in general. But especially right now, like if somebody doesn't do something perfect, whether it's a fast food worker or a grocery store worker, like give people a break. Like don't make a big deal out of stuff. Everybody's trying to deal with this stuff, and the fact that those people are out there still getting to work, doing those type of jobs, like that's amazing that they're doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know how before, like, people would go out of their way when they saw a military person in uniform, they'd go up and say, thank you for your service. Well, we should do the same whenever you see somebody in scrubs. So if you see somebody in scrubs, let's do the same thing. Walk up to them and say, hey, guys, thank you for your service, especially at this time because they're doing such a great job.
Absolutely.
So let me see. Now, you found a nice, funny board game video, didn't you?
I did. Let me throw that one up really quick. So this is about a 3-4 minute long video, guys, so it's not too terribly long. But I get the feeling that when I explain board games at Meepleville, that this might be how some of the people feel after I get done explaining things.
All right. We'll give this a watch, folks.
Right. So the game is set in London after the Blitz, and we need to exchange steel and wood for more wood, but you can't get any wood unless you have the magical feather, in which case you do that in reverse. But if the Sword of Cthulhu is out, that negates the effects of the wood.
What?
You get the wood, you win the game.
I'm just going to say, this is probably going to be too complicated. I have to go in half an hour.
I'm restarting. I'm just going to restart. Because the way the dice, I'm the dice master. So, have you seen Back to the Future? Who's the dice master, me or you?
You are.
No, you are. We are paper boys. The feather and the sword come into play in round 4. There is no winner because it's about teamwork where all of us work together to eventually beat the winner, who determines who the losers are.
So it's work as a team?
No, because out of the top 4 players, right, It's
There's
better
3 of us.
Yeah, it's better with 8 people.
If you're the fascist, keep that card to yourself and don't tell anybody, okay?
If I'm the fascist, does that mean that I roll next?
Are you asking that because you're the fascist?
Yes, I am.
Start again. We go back to the start of the game's story in the past.
I'm gonna get out of here.
Right after the Blitz. Your turn, big boy. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so you can either roll, trade, attack, or Bizarro World it.
Attack.
No. So you want to see how the dog lands on the side, and then you want to enter into here. So I've changed the value of 1 wood to now be 1 wood. So to trade 1 wood for a wood, you must have a wood. What would you like to do?
I'll use wood.
Wood? Do you think these are just chips?
Yeah, I thought they were chips.
No. These are potato tokens.
You're difficult to be around.
Thunderstruck was written by which band?
AC/DC.
Wrong, can't say the band name. Switch seats. You watching football, Broden?
Okay, so I've only got this Don Quixote card left, so I guess I'll play that.
Zach wins the game.
What?
Zach wins. He played the Don Quixote card.
Why have I been collecting wood?
Oh, you collect wood to win the game.
Why does he get 1 card and he wins then?
Because if you play the Don Quixote card, you win the game.
I've got wood everywhere.
Yeah, and you need the wood to win the
This
game.
is bullshit, Mark.
Want to play again?
I do.
It's fun, isn't it?
Once I realise...
Yeah.
Okay, Tim, and we're back.
Yeah, so, I wonder how many people actually feel that way sometimes when they're playing games.
I feel like I do a pretty good job of explaining games, but even when I do a really good job, especially like even with my roommates, I'll like explain a thing, and then like halfway through the game, they're like, "Well, what about this?" And I'm like, "Guys, I said the rules. Did you not listen?" And like, just sometimes there's just so much talking. It is really hard to explain some of those higher up games, but yeah, I love when it's just like, and that person wins, and they're like, "What?"
Yeah. Now, like for me personally, like in the past few years, I can really only remember there was one game that actually I really honestly felt like that, and that was the game Feudum. So you've played Feudum, right?
Yeah, no, I picked up at the swap meet at Dice Tower West actually, just so I could actually own a copy again. It's a very niche Euro game. Most people do not appreciate that game.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you, after 3.5 hours, almost 4 hours of playing it with somebody who knew the game, it was actually Billy. He knew the game, he had played it, he taught us, and after playing that, man, I still was like, what am I doing? I still had no idea.
I tried to get my roommates to play it since we've been stuck inside here. That was one of the few games that I did bust out. I'm like, okay, we got so much time, let's play a really long one. And yeah, like halfway through it, we're like, let's go get food. And we came back and it was just done. There was no way. I was like, yeah, let's play this tomorrow maybe. And we didn't pick it back up.
Yeah. So what are some of the games you guys have felt that way when even after the explanation or even after somebody won the game or you won the game or whatever, you still had no idea like what was going on? Because I'm sure there are still games that happens to people. And
feel free to, point out if I personally explained something and, you felt that way afterwards. I promise I won't ban anybody for calling me out here.
Hey, we're all human, right? We all make mistakes. I mean, I've taught games before and realized I was teaching a rule wrong for like ever.
Yep, that was a different top 10 list that we were potentially talking about. Like,
oh yeah, we'll have to bring that up.
Taught rules wrong. I had one game where like it was a minor rule, but it was so core to the game and it got taught wrong to me. I played the whole game and then at the end I was like, "What? You could do that?" And I'm just like, "Oh, I didn't know." Yeah.
No kidding, right? So let me see. What else we find? I found this thing because I used to do magic. And actually, it's funny. Since I've been stuck inside, bored to tears, I actually been picking up a little bit more magic just to keep myself occupied, trying to go ahead and do some of that again. And I was going around and I found this video online from Penn Jillette. Now, we're not going to show it here because it's like an 18-minute long video.
So I currently have it playing as we talk, Tim. So I'll be clicking through the video as Tim talks over this, just to give you guys an idea of what's going on.
Yeah, so the whole basic premise was there's a trick called the ambitious card, and it's one of those kind of things where 95% of close-up magicians do. And if you've ever seen a close-up magician with cards, you've probably seen him do this ambitious card trick. I do it and have done it for years. Everybody has their own variation. But what he did is he got several magicians all the way across the world to do this trick, and it was just kind of neat how everybody would go and they would hand off the card to each other, the same card, the three of clubs, and pass it off and do the trick and go back and forth. So whenever you have a chance, go ahead and watch this. It's just pretty neat, and it's just good how people have been doing these things to bring each other together all across the world. People have really found each other and found a way to really connect all the way across the world. So it's really good.
Mm-hmm. And sorry about that. That was my phone. Did you watch this whole video? Was there any magician there that you super liked?
I did. I mean, I don't really know a lot of them, to be honest with you, because it's been so long since I've actually been in magic, in the world of doing magic. So I really don't know what's going on these days. And I would probably like to get back into it, go to the local meetings and all that kind of stuff, and reconnect with some old friends.
I'm literally just now clicking through it, and I see that Piff the Magic Dragon, who was on America's Got Talent, is one of the videos on here.
Oh, he is. Yep.
I appreciate that.
Yep. Yeah, he's there. And one of the magicians in there, Kostya, I know him. I've known him for many years. He's from Florida, so when I was working up at Disney in Orlando, I got to hang out with him quite a bit. He's a really, really, really great guy. So yeah, so go ahead and check that out, folks, when you get a chance.
Yep, absolutely. What else? So the next one here, this was one that I found. So for people that don't know, Mayday Games has a website where they sell their board game products. But so recently their distributors just didn't have product. Nobody could buy board games. There was no way to get them to retailers. The business just kind of shut down. And so their distributors had mentioned that they had access to the Chinese versions of the medical masks, which are the K version of the 95 M masks, KN95s. And so they decided, since they had access to it, that they would start distributing the mask through their website. And so they sold out immediately. They're not doing any kind of price hikes on them. Just a different way for them to both stay in business and provide a good service. So I just thought that was really nice that somebody else in the board gaming community was helping as much as they can.
Yeah, and it does harken back to the days, because there's been a lot of talk about that, especially on TV, like during World War II, because they call it the DPA, right? The Defense Production Act, I think that's what it's called, and making companies produce stuff. But not only that, like all the citizens back then, all did as much as they could to help the war effort, right? To help each other, their fellow man. This is just another great example of somebody doing that. So it's really, really nice.
Absolutely.
I wish I could do something like that. I mean, there's, I don't really have any talent or skills. I don't have anything to contribute to the welfare of people these days, but I wish I could sew or do something to help people out. But I guess, we're doing this show, so we're doing our little part, right?
This is what we can do, so better than sitting around doing nothing, Tim, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, to keep people engaged. Now, this next video, folks, I want to give you a warning, because I'm sure everybody knows my thing with the F-bomb at Meepleville. And it's one of those kind of things. I guess I'm old school, right? I grew up in a society where you needed to control yourself in situations, and you didn't curse around a lot of people. Nowadays, dropping the F-bomb is just normal, right? Mm-hmm. It's something that people do. So this is a warning for people watching, but this video is absolutely hysterical. And the thing about it is again, I curse too, but again, it's just, you got to watch when and where you do it and who you do it in front of. When there is a purpose to curse, when it's not gratuitous, when it's actually meaningful and meant to be part of the thing, then there's absolutely nothing wrong with this. This is an absolutely hysterical video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I think you will. It's really, really funny, and it's really appropriate for what is going on today. So go ahead and take a look at this.
Thank you to Chris Franklin for these lyrics. The world has caught a virus, so I've written you a poem. We need your help to cure it, so stay the fuck at home. And if you have got 12 kids or you're living on your own, lock it down and isolate and stay the fuck at home. If you think you're not at risk here, you're living in a dome. It spreads faster than a hooker's leg, so stay the fuck at home. I need the gym, I need the beach, I hear you bitch and moan. You need to grow a brain cell and stay the fuck at home. But I feel fine, I don't feel sick. I'll go out on my own. How thick are you, you selfish prick? Please just stay the fuck at home. From LA through to Berlin, from Wuhan through to Rome, there's people dying every day, so stay the fuck at home. If you need to contact family, use Facebook, Skype, or phone. We've got the fucking internet, so stay the fuck at home. The only way to slow it down is isolate, not roam. Please help the world get back on track and stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home, stay the fuck at home. Don't you be a fucking dick, please stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
And we're back.
All right. So I absolutely adore that video. That song is just so funny, so fitting, so enjoyable. It just makes you feel good, doesn't it?
I really would prefer TJ's version of having like cartoon characters sing it, because that would make it hilarious. I think the old man himself is also a fun way to deliver that song. So it definitely works.
Yeah, absolutely. It's I was so glad my friend sent it to me, and I've been sending it to other people and other friends and stuff too, but it just makes you feel good in this unfortunate situation what's going on right now. So share it, folks. Are you putting up links, by the way, Grant, to all these?
Nope. That would be too helpful. So in the future, as Tim just mentioned, whenever we do post videos, stuff like this on stream, we'll leave links to the videos either down in the comments, is what people normally will do, Tim. Because throwing a link up on the stream can be kind of hard to write down really quick, 'cause it's a pretty large link, but we'll try to get that information out to people if anybody would like links to these videos, copies of where they came from, all that type of stuff.
Yeah, and you know what, folks? Again, this is the kind of thing where we're just asking you to help us. You know, as you're surfing, and I'm sure everybody is surfing through the internet now, just going around, and you find crazy stuff, just send us a link. If you don't want to, present it, whatever, we'll do it for you. So if anything you find, just send it to us, and we'll share it on the show next week.
Mm-hmm. All right, so what's this next one I got up here, Tim?
Let's see. It is, rumors. Now, talking about favorite games, one of my favorite games, probably one of my most played games that I played in my top 3 every single year is the Castles of Burgundy. So I've heard a rumor that there is the Castles of Tuscany coming out. And I'm not quite sure if it's a real thing or not.
I want to say I heard this mentioned as well before you threw this up here. Because even when you linked this, you weren't sure yourself. I think I had heard it too, so maybe we'll see. Because it's part of... Have you played the new version from Alea? Is that how you pronounce that company?
Alea, yep, the 20th anniversary.
Yeah, the new printing. Have you seen a copy of that? I know people had it at Dice Tower West.
I've played it a couple times, the new version, yep.
Gotcha. So I think it was attached to that since they were already reprinting Burgundy, that they were going to do this potential other game.
Yeah, and I was a little upset with the anniversary edition. For anybody who knows the game, the tiles in the middle, can't quite remember the exact terminology for them, they forgot to put a little black dot on the front of them. So, yeah, it's got a black back, but not a little black dot in the front. And people who know the game really well, they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So I was a little annoyed about that, and I don't know why they did that. I don't know if that was an oversight or whatever, but...
Was it an aesthetic choice? Is it needed in the game to have that on there to differentiate?
It is, and it just saves you a step, because what it is all the tiles, there's different little color tiles. You played Castles of Burgundy, right? Or no?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the black ones in the middle, when you're putting the game away, you could tell which ones are black backed because they had a little black dot on front, right? So you just pick them up and put them in the black bag. But now they don't. So you have to literally turn over every tile that you're putting away to find out if it is a black backed one. So
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I could see a little annoyance. I think they were trying to clean up the image, so they just probably thought that they could get away with not putting it on the front. So I could see why they would make that choice.
Yeah. It's just a little thing, but it's okay. So
Yeah, well,
let's
it'll
see.
be interesting to see if that one comes out.
It will be. Yeah, and if anybody knows any rumors or if you know whether it's true or not, please let us know here so we can go ahead and confirm that, because if it is true, I'm really looking forward to it.
So next up here, we've been talking about the different online sites that you can play board games on, and so this week we're taking a look at Board Game Arena. So this is what Board Game Arena looks like. Again, it's one of the simpler ones. It doesn't look quite as nice as Tabletop Simulator or Tabletopia that we showed last week, but this one does play the game for you. It is automated. So when you click into these different types of games, if we click here and click play now, and you can see that I had Tim and Anthony. Nobody was there. Start game, not enough players. I'm going to try to... Nope, won't even let me get into a game. But had I been able to get into a game, you're actually playing almost like not a video game version, but it's through the website, completely automated. So you do kind of have to like click through and learn the rules yourself, but they do have all that on here. There is also a paid side of this site. Is that correct, Tim? Is that the one with this little... Yeah,
There is.
premium game.
Yes, and I have actually. I've paid the $20 for a year, I believe it is.
That's not bad.
And that lets you. Yeah, no, it's not bad at all. And that lets you play the games. And again, it's one of those kind of things. That's our business at Meepleville, right? People pay you to help support the business to keep you guys going. And it's the same thing I feel with this Board Game Arena. I'm using it. I'm playing the games. So yeah, I'll go ahead and support them and pay. So that way I can play the premium games, but also support them and keep it going, because I think it's very good. The ones that I've played so far have been Red 7. We played together. Mm-hmm. We also played Can't Stop.
Yep.
And the interface on both of those was really, really good.
Yeah, again, it did help that to know those games previously. Like, for people to try to learn games, this might be a little bit more difficult than some of the other ones.
I would agree with that.
Where to find the rules are on here somewhere.
I would agree with that, because even Red 7, as much as I do know that game and love that game, I've played it a lot. It's a Carl Chuddick game. It was a little confusing about how to play it at first.
Yeah. So this is more a little bit, if you have a group of people that know a game and want to play it, if you can find it on here, this is a good way to play it, but definitely not for potentially learning games. And I mean, maybe you do want to learn a game, maybe if you sit down and spend the time to do it. So just another good little site for people to jump on. You can invite friends like this. You can see this was Tim and Anthony from the games we played. It shows your friends up here. It shows you when they're online. So you can really easily invite people that you played with before and kind of keep your game groups going if you can find the games. And there's lots of stuff on here to do.
Absolutely. And that's one of those kind of things where on Friday, remember this Friday from 7 to 9 Pacific time, we will be playing games. Join us on our Discord channel. And depending on how many people we get, we may go to Board Game Arena or we may do something through Zoom or whatever.
And with that, I think at this point I'll be able to help people. Like if we need to break people up into different Discord channels, different rooms, and just kind of help people find games. If you want to play smaller games, we can make that happen for people. And we can kind of walk you through how to get set up. So let us do our normal Meepleville stuff, just kind of doing it online this Friday.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And what else have we found online?
The next one over here is that podcast. You want to talk about that really quick?
Sure. So this is called the Lone Star Meeple. I would safely assume they're out of Texas, which I believe they are. They visited Meepleville in December.
And I'm pretty sure I remember these guys.
Yes. And they talked about us and said some really nice things. So we're going to go ahead and listen to that for a little bit, right, Grant?
Yep. Here, I'm going to mute us really quick, and I'm going to play this podcast. It's good for about a minute. Sorry, but I'm going to return back on our microphones. I forgot, when I mute you, Tim, I mute our desktop audio, which would have muted the podcast. So for us to hear this, I'm going to have to just leave our audio on. So Tim, if you can just not talk for the next little bit.
No kidding. Okay, no problem.
Let me get back to where we're at here. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, and I missed my timestamp. We'll get back there eventually, guys, I promise.
Do you need the numbers?
I can't click on it exactly. We're just going to play it from here, Tim. But okay, this is going to play again, and yeah, Tim, we'll just not talk for a little bit.
Okay.
Games that aren't board games. We played many hundreds of dollars worth of Pygo.
And other card games.
And other assorted card games. Lots of fun. We played so much that on the last day we had to stop gambling and go to a game store.
Leave the casino and find a board game store.
Yes.
So we found a little one in town called the Meepleville Board Game Store.
Very nice, very welcoming. They had this really cool snack idea. Remember that? They have all these different snacks, and for $5, you got 3 giant scoops into a bowl, so you could mix and match your favorite.
That was
snacks.
pretty cool. Yeah.
They had
kind of like that.
10 or 12 different things that they just opened up and had in giant bowls.
You get yourself like some bootleg trail mix.
A library of like 2,000 games. They had Hate.
They had all the games.
Yeah, what I actually like, what the coolest thing is, like you said, when you wanted to play, what was the one you wanted to play? Yeah, Death May Die. There you go. So I go up to the counter. I'm like, hey, do you have Death May Die in the library rather than meander around? And she's like, oh, come take a look. We have a book. I was like, that's amazing. Literally, there was a whole book. Everything was cataloged, organized by number, told you where it was in the store. I was like, oh my god, every game store with a library.
It was like a 3-ring binder with printed sheets in it.
That's the real amazing part. An organized game shelf.
And I'll stop it there, Tim. I just got done talking about our fairly well organized library. I know it doesn't make the most sense to everybody. We have so many different overlapping things, but those guys were just talking about how we have the big book that just lets people know where the games are at, how to find it. And they were really appreciating that side of things.
Yeah, and that's just an ongoing process we always have to keep on top of, right? Is organizing those games.
Yeah,
because
it's a little behind. We had too many games.
It does, because we do get a lot of games in all the time. We're always getting new games in, and then also people put them back in the wrong spots sometimes. So that's why
probably the worst. Yeah, if anybody ever wonders why we're like, don't put our games away, it's not directed at anybody specific. It's just so many people do, and they might think they have the right location. They're like, oh, this is an 8 and a 9. It goes here, and you're like, you were so close, but no.
Right, exactly. So we do try to keep it really organized. So we do have those 2 books. We have one lower and one the upper. And we're constantly changing those. And the person who was helping us a lot, unfortunately, isn't with us anymore. So we should probably let people know about that too, right? And not with us. I mean, she's still here, not working at me.
Like, oh God, Tim.
Yeah. But Kathleen, yes. Well, unfortunately for us, so it's so sad for us. She got another job. Really, really great for her. So happy for her because she's absolutely fantastic. We love her dearly at Meepleville. She's been such a great part, great help, such a great, fun, bubbly person. And she got a new job.
Because she was out here working on her doctorate, correct?
That is true.
So Kathleen working there at Meepleville was definitely like a labor of love. She just liked board games, wanted to be part of the community. She wasn't there for a paycheck or anything like that. She just loved meeting new people, being a part of that community, playing games. So you can definitely tell that the people that we have working there that wanted to be a part of that are there for the community and not just there for work.
Absolutely. And Kathleen, she's one of those really eccentric PhD candidates. And I mean that in a good way because I can't remember exactly, but I think she's doing her PhD, her doctorate in like Mongolian music studies or something.
I was going to ask because I had never talked to her about it.
Yes, because I don't know if you know this, she plays a very unique instrument. I'm sorry if I get this wrong, folks. I believe it's from Mongolia. It's a guitar type thing. And she plays that and a couple other instruments. She's one of those kind of people who, she's not really boisterous or really out there, so you would never know, but she's just incredibly talented, and she does these amazing things and plays several unique instruments.
Very cool. No, I didn't know that about. There's so many times, like, and we just didn't have a ton of schedules where we work together all that often, honestly. But we get so busy that, like, I don't get to sit there and just kind of chat with the people that I work with all the time. We're trying to be out there actually working for the most part. But that was another thing I kind of talked to you about, that so many people have hidden talents, stuff like that you just might not even assume or think of when you think of somebody. So I really like finding those out about people and being like, oh, you do that? Like, that's just amazing that some people can do those type of things.
It is, and not only the special things or really talented things, but again, that's why just me personally or any of us, right, especially in these times, but any time, like we were talking about before, you should always just treat people with respect, be nice to people, because you really don't know what people are going through or who you're talking to. I want to give 2 quick examples, if you don't mind, if I can, which happened to me at Dice Tower West. I'm not going to mention this person's name because I don't know if they want people to know. This is a person I've known for several years, And I'm not going to tell you how we started the conversation, but we're just sitting together having a bite to eat and blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden, he goes to me, "Oh, I don't know if you knew this, but I only had one leg." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, I've only got one leg." I'm like, "No, I did not know that." And he goes, "Yeah." And then he goes, "Yeah." I said, "So how did that happen?" He goes, "Oh, well, I was in a car in Iraq, and I got blown up by an IED." And I was like, "What?" I'm just like, my mind is just literally blown. And I was like, "What were you doing in Iraq? Were you in the military?" He told me this whole story went on and on and on and stuff. And it's just one of those kind of things where I never knew. Mm-hmm. So you don't know why people may not do things or may not whatever, because you don't know what's going on. So you just need to be nice to them. And then another kind of sad story that happened to me too at Dice Tower West. I was just sitting there on my laptop out in the lobby there by registration. And the guy comes up and we just started talking. "Hey, you having a good time? Blah, 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 blah." I was like, "So, you here by yourself? You here with a group?" He's like, "Oh, no, I'm here by myself." I'm like, "Oh, I hope you're finding games." He goes, "Oh, yeah." He goes, "I was going to come with my wife, but a week after we bought our tickets for the event, she died." And I was like, "Oh, no, what happened?" And, he told me the story and all that kind of stuff. And so this was like cathartic for him coming to Dice Tower West to play games and meet people. And, because he and his wife bought it together, so he's coming to play games. And he had such a good time. But again, it was just, you don't know what people may be going through or what may be with them. So let's just be nice to everybody all the time as much as we can, right?
Absolutely. And again, that seems like a common sense thing, but just really reiterating it for people.
Yeah. Just, we know we're all in this together, this thing going on now, but even if it wasn't this thing going on now, just in life, we're in life together. We're just living together, going day by day. So it's better to be nice, isn't it?
Absolutely. I got one more quick one, Tim. We hadn't talked about this, but I'm just going to throw it up really quick. Level 99 Games. Do you know who those guys are, Tim?
Absolutely, yeah.
They have things like Pixel Tactics. If anybody goes to Level 99's Games website right now, they provided us with a code, which is now also up on screen. When you go to checkout, if you type in Meepleville space NV, you will get a 15% discount, and Meepleville also receives 25% of that game sale, with 10% going to a charity as well. So I think they're taking a full 50% cut on this and trying to both get you guys a game for cheap, helps Meepleville out a little bit, and some charity. So just something I came across in an email that they followed through with. So thought I'd give them a shout out on their website.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really nice of them. And, Stefan was here last week, explained that Yellow's doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. And there are quite a few board game companies doing that. So they are doing their best to try to help local stores like us and support us a little bit financially while this is all going on, because we can't be opening selling games. So that's very nice of them.
And I'll try to get this little graphic that they gave me up on our Facebook afterwards as well, just to kind of remind people.
Okay, very good.
Let me close that. All right, Tim, are you ready to move on for our top 5 of this week?
Let's go ahead and do it.
All right, Tim. So, what is our top 5 topic this week?
This week, we are talking about top 5 games that we quote-unquote think we're really good at.
Really quick, Tim, we didn't talk about that. We both did air quotes at the exact same time.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. That's pretty funny. We even make ourselves laugh.
Oh, there we go, yeah. So, let's go ahead and, should I start?
Yeah, absolutely. What are you going with top 5?
Again, folks, these aren't in any particular order because, I don't really do this, so I can't really judge, but these are just a group of 5 games that I think I'm really good at. One of them is a cooperative game, and it is Hanabi. Oh, am I going from the top to the bottom?
Yeah, I put them in order.
Oh, you did? Okay, from the top to the bottom or bottom to the top?
From the bottom to the top.
Okay, Agricola. How's that?
Yeah, start with Agricola.
There we go. I see the graphic.
You did it.
Agricola. Yes, there we go. Agricola, I do think I'm really, really good at. Here's the problem. I very rarely am able to play Agricola with just people who know it and play it. I am either playing with people who don't know the game, or I'm teaching the game. And I can't even remember the last time I actually played with people where I wasn't doing either of that. And again, it's not just Agricola, it's most games in general. It's probably the same for you too, right?
Yeah, if you're not playing with your game group, not playing with people, even when I play with people that I know are competent gamers, I'm so much learning new games, stuff like that. I don't really sit there and play a ton of games that I know really well that often. So it's hard to really know, am I good at this game? Because I played it a bunch where I'm like showing people that I'm like, yeah, I have no idea. Well, let's learn it, play it, see what we're doing with it kind of thing.
Right. And the thing about it, even though I think I'm really, really good at Agricola, doesn't necessarily mean I always win. Because I don't, even if I'm just playing with people who I really know. But I do think I know the game enough. I don't memorize all the cards, of course. I'm not one of those kind of people, because there are people who know all the cards. Yes. Like, no, I'm not one of those kind of people. But I do think that I'm really good at playing the game and mitigating the situation if somebody takes my spot or doing whatever. But yeah, Agricola is a game that I think I'm really good at.
Absolutely. Hi, Randall. I see Randall joined us. How are you doing this week?
Oh, hey, Randall. Hello.
I didn't actually bug Randall for a video this time, so I'm sure he's glad to have a week off. I'll get him next week or something.
Valerie's here too. Hello, Valerie.
Okay, so over here on my top 5, I am going with Wits and Wagers. This is one of those things, I know a lot of really dumb trivia, Tim. I don't. I just pay attention to stuff, whether it's pop culture stuff or just even older stuff. I don't think I've ever been amazing at trivia type games like Trivial Pursuit, but I do just know random stuff. I'm one of those like jack of all trades type of people. So whether it's sports questions or history stuff, I'm just kind of across the board, know a little bit of everything. And so much of Wits and Wagers is just common sense, guessing, estimating, that type of thing. So again, probably not one I win all the time, but I do think when I play it that I'm putting in my absolute best to attempt to win that type of game.
Yeah, and that's again one of those kind of games where when you say, I was surprised to see that on your list, because I guess it's, if you really think you're knowledgeable, like you said, about just random stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I can tell you say, like, how can you be good at that game? It's just random guessing. I'm like, well, no, I think there's a degree of both strategy in knowing stuff and then how to bet. Whether you know how to like cover the spread in that game. Well, some people don't. They're just playing it for the fun of it. I don't know if you guys know this. I don't ever play games just for the fun of it. Like, I'm trying to strategically. You'll give me the simplest game, and I will try to like dig deep into that meta strategy of what we're doing here. And not because I need to win every game I play, but I want to play at that type of level when I play, I guess. So that's the enjoyment that I have. So,
really? Are you one of those type of people? Really?
Again, not. I don't know like a good way to say it. Like, yeah, Wits and Wagers. Like, I will play it to try to win. Even if we're just having fun, I'm going to make those type of bets just like, oh, I'm not sure, but I'm going to cover. This is the biggest spread, so I'm going to bet here. This is how I'm going to spread up my points. I'm not one of those guys that's just going to throw my card out there, throw the meeples wherever. People that when you're playing a game and they're just like, oh, I'm going to pick random. Oh, that drives me crazy.
Oh, right. No, I get you.
Yeah, you gotta play. Try to play the game as strategically as possible, even if it's not a super strategic game. Absolutely.
Right. I look at it from a different viewpoint, but I guess we arrive at the same conclusion, because how I look at it is I don't ever play to win. I always play to do my best. And if my best is not good enough for your best and you beat me, that's okay. As long as I did my best.
Absolutely.
So the next one I want to talk about, which I jumped the gun before, was Hanabi. So Hanabi is a cooperative game, and I do think I'm really good at giving the proper clues at the proper time and the proper combination. So for those of you who don't know Hanabi, it's fully cooperative, but with hidden information. Those are the cooperative games that I absolutely love. I don't like games like Pandemic, where it's full open information cooperative, but with cooperative games with hidden information, I love those games. And Hanabi is one that I do think I'm really good at.
Mm-hmm. And I am pretty terrible at.
You probably just don't like
it. I don't like it. I don't play it that much. So over here on number 4, this one's for half of chat at least. I feel like I am great at Secret Hitler. This is what probably like recently. I'll jump in almost any game when somebody plays it in there, but back before I worked there, Tim, this was definitely, since this game came out, the game group that I was in there with, we overplayed this game way too much. And there is so much meta level gameplay to paying attention to what people do. Again, playing this to the like, oh, if he did this, it means this type of gameplay there. And I think Anthony will agree. I know Anthony's another one that he always plays these games to win, to be that level of play with it. And I think when you get a full group of people together that are all on that level playing that game, you can get into some of the really fun meat of that game.
Now, do you think you're really good at it because you're good at reading people?
No. More because I'm good at the bullshitting side of things.
Oh, okay.
The reading people, I mean, that's 50-50. Do I think that? It depends on who we're playing with. But I do think I can just bold-face lie to your face without any hesitation. Great poker face when I need to, like the not reacting to what people are saying. I know one time I wrecked Billy. Me and Billy jumped into a group with like some Friday night college kids. And we were like, yeah, me and Billy will show you how to play. Like, we'll run this table. And I had him just dead convinced. I think I was Hitler, and I had Billy elect me out of all people.
Uh-huh.
It was hilarious.
Oh, I think Trung joined us here.
What's up, Trung?
Hey, good to hear or see or however you want to call this, Trung. So I hope you're doing well, Trung. Good to see you there. So let me
Trunk's still the person I miss the most.
You don't miss me?
No, I said the most. And I get to see you still. I get to see you still. You're still the one person I have to interact with.
That's true. That's true. So let me see. What's next on my list? Innovation. A Carl Chuddick game. Innovation is one of those love or hate games with a lot of people. It is one of my favorite games. Probably one of my most played games every year. There are certain people who I've known for years now that every time we get together and I see them, we must and we do play a game of Innovation. It's totally I wish more people played it too. Anytime anybody comes into Meepleville, if you want to learn Innovation, you want me to teach you, let me know. I'd be more than happy to, because the more people playing it, the better. But I think I am really, really good at this game.
This is one I do think I need to actually try again, because I'm currently under the hate it side of things when it comes to this one. But it was such a long time ago. I might just not have been in the right state of mind for playing this game. I think this is one I need to give another shot at to see if I truly don't like it or if it was just when I played it.
This is a very text-heavy game for people who don't know it. It's cards with just text. And you have to do a lot of reading. So if you're one of those kind of people who don't like reading, don't like text, you are not going to like this game, because that's all it is. It's all text. But I love it.
Yep.
Hey, Ruel's here. He joined us. Hey, Ruel, we showed your video at the beginning.
And I totally didn't mess up your name or anything.
Steve, I will teach you. Next time I see you, Steve, I will teach you.
Steve joined us. Carissa has joined us. Glad to see a couple of people jumping in here.
We'll teach you guys. I will definitely show you Innovation. All right, what do you got, Grant?
So jumping to number 3, I don't know if my parents are still in chat here, but number 3 on my list is Pinochle. Now, the reason I say that I think I'm good at Pinochle, I have been playing Pinochle since I was 2.5 years old. I played it with my grandma growing up. After that, playing with my family, this was the game. If we had a game night, me, my parents, my sister, this is what we sat down and played. Most of my childhood was spent almost any given night playing Pinochle in some form. So this is where, when I say I have a love of card games, this was definitely the most strategic one that I started with.
Yes, your parents taught me
Yeah.
Pinochle, actually. And I love it. Pinochle is a great game. I wish I could play it more. I wish we could play more card games, come to say that. But Pinochle is a fantastic game.
I mean, obviously, just from this list, you're going to see a couple of more. Card games, just in general, they're just such easy, fun things to jump into. And there's so many different variations. There's so many things you can do with a deck of cards. That's just, super fun.
That's absolutely true, because speaking of that, the next one that I think I'm really good at is a card game. Is in the family of sort of Pinochle, like you were saying. Hearts. Hearts is a game I've been playing a lot on Board Game Arena. So if anybody wants to go to Board Game Arena and play games with me, it's Meeple Tim, Timm, Meeple Timm. I'm not quite sure how the friend thing works because I don't think I friended anybody. Maybe I did, right? Grant, you and Anthony, because we played the other day.
Yeah.
But if you want to friend me, do that. We can find each other. But Hearts is a game I think I'm really good at because I used to be an air traffic controller. Don't know if you guys know that. That was in my former life many years ago. But on our breaks, we played a lot of Hearts and got to be really, really good at it. And I love Hearts.
I think I only ever played Hearts because it was on the original Microsoft Windows, like Windows 95. It came with Hearts. And so I think I played a lot of Hearts against the computer back on some of these original computers a long time ago, and that was the most I ever played of it.
And you know what's funny? Yes, you and a lot of other people are in that same boat because it was like Solitaire and Hearts, right?
Yep, yeah.
And I've played with people like that. Oh, yeah, I know Hearts. I played all the time on my laptop. And I'm like, that's a different game.
Oh, I'm sure.
When you play with real people who know how to play, it is different and cutthroat. And, yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it.
All right, moving on to my number 2 over here. I'm going to give a shout out to Decrypto. And this is another one. Thinking you're good at Decrypto, for anybody that doesn't know this game, it all is about coming up with those clues and how to read other people's clues. I think I have that creative side to really come up with those. And again, if you're not playing with the right people, you're going to lose stuff in translation and stuff like that. But this is just such a good game anyway. Again, I think it's really hard for anybody to say they're truly good at the game. But just one that I love playing. I love being able to think of that creative side of stuff. And I do think it's something that I'm on the better side of.
But here's the problem. Kind of like with me and Hanabi, you can think you're really good.
Clever. And then your group's like, what?
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. That is the problem with games like that. That, yes, you can be really good. You can give excellent, really good clues in your mind.
Anytime we don't win, it's not my fault. Promise.
Yeah. There you go. But, yeah, that is one of those games where hopefully you have people who are on the same wavelength, same level, or in your head with you. Then you could be really, really good.
Me and Billy at MeepleCon, so 3 years ago at MeepleCon, when this game had first come out, we did a full mime round. Both of us mimed all 3 of our clues, just because the rules said we could. We're like, we're doing that. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And the game that I think I'm really, really good at, and you know what, even though I didn't necessarily put these in order, but this is the number 1, is Cribbage. Because just like you said with you and Pinochle, Cribbage and me and Cribbage, we've had a lifelong relationship. I would say since I was probably about 6 years old, I've been playing Cribbage because I'm from New England. And yeah, that's yours up there too. And that is a game I will take anybody on, anytime, any place, anywhere. And Cribbage is one of those kind of games where it's the luck of the cards, right? Because somebody who's good at Cribbage, who knows it, they can just get like the 20, 24, 16 hands all the time. I just get 2, 4, 6, 8 hands, whatever. There's nothing I can really do. I'll get beat. However, when it comes to cribbing, playing the cards and all that, I really think I'm good. I think I know what to play. I just think I'm really, really good at Cribbage, and I will take on anybody, any place, anytime, anywhere. Bring it.
I definitely don't think I'm that good, but I do also greatly enjoy playing this game. I've got my roommates into it. We still sit here and play it all the time type of thing. And yeah, like you said, for it being a mostly random card game, that deeper strategy of what to throw into the crib, what to do in the playground, like the little choices that do matter, that again, playing it for that as deep as level as possible for such a simple game is what makes that game amazing and fun.
Absolutely, because it's almost like the free throws in basketball, right? Because when I used to play basketball when I was a kid a lot, went to basketball camps and all that kind of stuff, and free throws were a full 30%, even more, or a third of the points scored. And people don't really think, oh, wow, that's a lot. That's a big chunk. And it's the same thing with cribbage. Those little points when you're cribbing, what to throw, that is such a big part of the game that you need to score each and every one of those points and capitalize when you have those opportunities.
Yep. So there you go, guys. So what type of games do you guys think you're good at? Again, not necessarily what you're actually good at or that you win all the time, but just the kind of games that you think you know those strategies or something to have a little edge on other people. I'd be curious to see what other people feel they are.
Yeah, Chad said you can't play Decrypto with social distancing. Can we prove him wrong?
Oh, absolutely, we can do that through Zoom. You just have to make multiple channels. I think there's ways to do it. Especially if you had a moderator. I think if you let like me set the game up, so I'm the one showing white team and black team what their clues are respectively.
I see what you're saying.
Because I could have everybody in a single Zoom chat. I could tell like all of white team to close their eyes, and I got again honor system with a lot of this. Show black team all of their words, reverse it, show white teams all of their words, and then the giving of the clues, you say them out loud anyway past that point. So I totally think I could get a setup going where we make that happen.
Yeah.
Even without a moderator, the white team could just be like, because the white team knows all their words anyway, same with the black team. Everybody just needs to know what their words are.
Right. That's true. Yeah, we should give it a try, Chad.
Yeah.
Let's
let's
do
easy.
it. Absolutely. Let's give it a try. Anthony thinks he's good at werewolf, and I'm sure he probably pretty is.
I'll give Anthony that one. I would assume that's correct.
Yeah.
I know Brooke's favorite game is Monopoly. Again, that's one of those, when you say you can't be good at Monopoly, there's choices to make there. There's things to do. So I can give that to somebody a little bit.
Yeah. Julio likes Clue. He should probably like Awkward Guess, too. I wonder if he's tried Awkward Guess.
He has played with Chad and Carmen, yeah.
Oh, he has? Okay.
Yeah.
Skip Bo, TJ. A friend of mine, Lana, she's from Australia. Actually, she just texted me right before we started the show. Or actually, no, she's from New Zealand. I'm sorry. She's even further out in the ocean. She taught me Skip Bo, and we used to play a lot out in the cruise ships.
I actually did play that with my grandma growing up as well. It's been a long time since I played Skip Bo. I could not tell you a single rule. I remember there's some like stacks and you're making piles. I don't know.
Rachel likes Five Tribes and Spinners. What is Spinners? Do you know that?
Nope, don't know Spinners. I know everything else in her list.
Yeah, Zool Summer Pavilion. Pictionary. Oh, Flo. Pictionary. So when my wife and I first met, we used to play a lot of Pictionary. Every Friday night, we'd go over to my mother's and we would play Pictionary. We used to play a lot. I like Pictionary. You have to be a good drawer, too. I didn't know Flo was so creative. Is she a good drawer? She probably is.
I can't say that I've ever seen. I know the last time they came, for anybody that doesn't know, when Flo shows up, she has a theme in mind, whether it's playing with cats. She showed up for a drawing night. I know she wanted one of the Doodle games and something else. They played A Fake Artist Goes to New York. So I know she sat there and played a bunch of those drawing type games one night. So I'm going to assume she knows what she's doing there.
Yeah, that is such a good idea too, Flo, when you do show up like that, because it does keep you grounded. It does keep you like in the night. Because I remember one time they came, they had cats, I think, right? They played cat games, but like you said, drawing games. That's a really good idea, and more people should do that. So thank you, Flo, for doing that, and we'll tell more people about it. So when you come to Meepleville sometimes, come with themes. That gets you out of your comfort zone, right, and forces you to try different other games.
And it also helps your friendly local game store employee find those games for you.
Keith likes Viticulture. It's a great game. Really, I know. Grant, there he goes sighing about Viticulture.
It's only number 3 on my top hated games list. You mentioned the number 1 earlier, and you didn't hear me sigh about that one.
That's true. Steve likes Time's Up. You know what? I've never played Time's Up yet.
Oh, really? With all the time the R&R guys have been around?
That with all the time they've been,
That's funny.
Well, you know me, Grant. Time's Up, one of those kind of,
for sure.
That's an activity game, kind of, sort of.
Again,
right?
I think the last time I played it was all the way back at that same MeepleCon, so it was quite a few years ago.
But I know it's a very popular game. I mean, they've sold 1 million copies or something that. Ridiculous. So it's a great game that people really love. So yeah, that's really good. Well, good. And again, folks, these are the kind of games where all 5 on my list, I would love to show you anytime we get together. When this is all over, we can get together. Please, these are games that I think I'm really good at. I'd love to teach more people, to get more people to play them with me.
Yep, absolutely.
Hello, Stephanie. How are you? She joined us as well. So yeah, we're getting more people joining us, coming in and out, so that's good.
Mm-hmm. Guys, we're about to head into Meeple Talks. Again, if anybody would like to join us live on stream and come chat with us for a minute, there's definitely a handful of you guys I wouldn't mind talking to. There's the Discord link one more time. We'll stay sitting here chatting with people for a little bit. And yeah, if anybody would like to join us, feel free to jump into that Discord channel.
Yes, and Steve, nope, that is true. I have not played Time's Up. Don't tell Dan or Frank. But I did. I told Dan when he was here actually last time. I told him I have not ever played Time's Up.
Actually, Tim, let me switch over to the next graphic just so the stuff is on screen. All right, there we go, everybody. So there's the Discord information I posted both in chat and it's now on screen. Again, for anybody that's never used Discord before, it is just a very simple voice chat program. You can run an app on your phone, you can go to a website, or you could download the software on your computer. And you just come into a voice channel as long as you have a microphone. Just a nice little easy place to hang out and chat with people. And we've been posting a lot of information ourselves into our different text channels as well. Just like how we post stuff on Facebook, so we're trying to keep information going on there.
Yep, absolutely. And again, like we said before, folks, please, if you haven't liked us yet on Facebook, please like us, because I know I send out invites to a lot of people. So do that. That always helps. And YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Go watch our thing on YouTube, because we're just trying to do there. And please, give us content. Tell us things. Give us ideas. And again, if I know, like, maybe people like Flo, maybe you don't want to, do anything live, send us a list. Send us, like, this is Flo's list of your favorite games or games you think you're really good at. Steve, Brooke, anybody, Stephanie, just send us stuff. You don't have to actually get on screen or shoot a video and do stuff, but even if you just send us a little tidbit of something, it would really help us. Because again, we're doing this for you, because of you, because we miss you guys, right? We really want to talk to you, see you, play games with you. It's been a while now, hasn't it?
Did you just call Steve old? I don't think you did.
Did I call him old? What did I say that? What did I say?
Oh, I don't know.
No, I don't think I did. If I did, I'm sorry. I don't think I called him old.
I know Steve joined us on Zoom last week. Last week after the stream, we tried to get people together to play Just One. I think we had 7 of us get together and play that. Mm-hmm. That's another really fun one, just to be able to play through a video chat like that.
And we are doing that tonight, right? Today?
We can do that again, sure.
Yeah, so let's say 6:30. So about another 15. Oh, no, wait. Ooh.
Depends how long we get. Again, nobody's coming to our Discord this week.
I know.
Nobody wants to come talk. I'm really trying here, guys.
Does anybody want to do Zoom? If you want to do Zoom, you have to email me at meepleville.com. Tim, Timm, at meepleville.com. Email me right now, and I'll put you on the list, and we'll do a Zoom game at 6:30. We'll do something online, or we'll go to Board Game Arena or something. We'll figure it out. So just go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I've been enjoying those Just One games. That's just a game I enjoy playing anyway. So it's nice that one works so well through these Zoom meetings.
It does, and it is so much fun because it's one of those kind of games. To me, it's more of like an activity because you're having fun and it's silly and then you're trying to guess and there's really you're playing together, so it is cooperative. So it takes a little bit more pressure off too.
Mm-hmm. Where I don't normally really enjoy the too many cooperative games. That's definitely probably high on my list for cooperative games if I have to play one.
Yeah. Yep. But again, to me, it's an activity. So anyway, again, Tim at Meepleville.com. Go ahead and email me. I will put you on, and we'll get together right after this, and we'll do a Zoom game at 6:30. So if everybody would like to do that, we'd like to see you.
And Flo's mentioning playing Liar's Dice on Zoom. That's probably a pretty easy one. Everybody kind of has to set a dice lying around somewhere.
That is true. That would be a good one to play on Zoom. Yeah.
All right. For anybody that's joining Discord, if you want to actually come talk to us, you have to join one of the actual voice channels. And then I'll drag you down into the room that me and Tim are in, and we'll see if we can hear any of you guys on here.
Now, I must ask, who is Jennifer Medeiros? I know Brooke, I know Cassandra.
Carissa.
I know
that's Carissa.
Carissa, I mean.
She's on her. Carissa. That's Carissa on her, I'm going to assume, mother's Facebook, because she's probably too young to have her own. Facebook has restrictions on how old you have to be to have a Facebook page.
So let me see. I got a couple people so far. Let's see how many we can get. I got Brooke. I've got Anthony. Okay. Anybody else? And what I'll do is, you got to make sure you send me your email. Oh, I do got it. Okay, good. Thank you. And I got Anthony's as well. And I'll make that channel. I'll send you an invite. I got TJ. There we go. Yeah, we'll get some people. We'll play some just one. It'll be fun.
All right, I got somebody ready to go here in the waiting room. I don't know who this is. I'm going to drag him down here, and we're going to find out together, Tim.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, so whoever I did just drag in here, it looks like you're currently muted. You do need to unmute yourself on Discord. I don't think I have access to that. Should they ever unmute themselves, they'll start talking and we'll hear them.
Okay.
In the meantime, what else we got going on?
Let me see. Not much with me. I've been doing a lot of housework. I'm sure everybody's been doing like some serious spring cleaning because what else can you do when you're stuck at home? So I've been doing that. Got our brand new refrigerator, so that's kind of nice.
I was gonna say I hadn't cleaned my room in so long. I hauled out I think like 3 or 4 trash bags the other day. I was
did you?
I should do something here.
Yeah. So it's good. It's good, because just getting rid of stuff. The garbage men, I'm sure, have been really, really busy because I'm sure a lot of people have been cleaning out their houses.
All right, whoever I dragged in here on Discord, can you guys hear me? I see that you've unmuted yourself. Do you have a microphone set up?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, who's this?
What's up, guys?
Hey, Steve.
It's Steve.
How you doing up there in Indianapolis?
We're doing all right. We're actually in the middle of a pretty nasty storm right now, but other than that, things are good.
Good. Hey, listen, for all you folks out there who don't know, Steve is actually a nurse, and he's actually studying to become a nurse practitioner. So he is one of those heroes on the front line. And Steve, thank you for your service. We really appreciate what you're doing.
Oh, stop it.
No, but seriously, I mean, I know you're the kind of guy who doesn't want all that praise and all that kind of crap, but seriously, thank you for all that, because it is a tough time, and you're right there doing that stuff. But so you and Jen, what have you been playing lately?
So yesterday I broke out, and I'm probably gonna mispronounce this, Teotihuacan, maybe?
Teotihuacan.
Yep.
Teotihuacan, yeah. And so I learned that one. We actually didn't get a chance to play through all the way. Just kind of sat down and learned how to play. Jen wasn't feeling the greatest. But other than that, let's see, what else have we played?
Have you played Tzolk'in before?
Oh yeah, Tzolk'in. Oh yeah, that's one of my favorites. That's why I got Teotihuacan. Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, let me know after you play it what you think of the two, if you had to pick. They're very different, of course. They're very different, but
yeah, there's a lot of similarities, but you could definitely see how the same people design the same game because there's a lot of overlap stuff. Yeah. Taverns of Tiefenthal. Coimbra.
Oh, Coimbra! I love Coimbra.
I remember at Gen Con when that came out, I looked at it, the art and stuff. It just did not catch my eye. And then a friend of mine said, "You gotta play this game. I think it's right up your alley." And he was dead on right because I love this game. Coimbra.
Yeah, isn't the thing about Coimbra is, and this is how I tell people, and tell me if you agree with me, Steve. But there is a lot going on, but it's not complicated. But there's just a lot going on, isn't there?
Yeah, each decision you make has several little levels of decisions, and I love that. And it's not real complicated. You're literally choosing a pip die, like the pips on a die, and a color of a die. That's really kind of what you're choosing to get what you think is best out of it. But yeah, I love that aspect of it, and choosing the cards. I love that too. Yeah, that's always a tough decision because you always do I go for something like a low pip number and hope that the card that I really want stays around, or do you go big and then sacrifice all your money or soldiers or whatever? So
yeah, you're right. Just a lot of decisions, and it's not complicated, but it's good. It's really good.
I haven't played either of the games you mentioned.
Oh, great! You're missing out.
You're welcome.
You played Taverns. You said Taverns.
Oh, sorry. You did. Taverns is the one. I haven't played Teotihuacan, and I haven't played Coimbra. Taverns I have played. Have you played with all the extra modules added in, Steve?
Not all of them. Jen and I and played with a couple other people. So when we add new people, we only play with like one or two of the like we play with the base game plus the schnapps, which adds quite a bit. That's usually what I teach people, and then we've added like a couple more to the modules or whatever. But we haven't played with every single one of them now.
So I haven't played with any of them. That was actually kind of going to be my question. Is that I only ever learned the base game. I've only ever taught the base game, and it's definitely a little too simple for my taste. I didn't know how much the modules added.
So the next module, so after the base game, the next module you add in is schnapps, and it adds just that little module adds a ton to the game, I believe.
Nice.
And that's really where a lot of the fun is.
I can see that. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely another one I have to give a couple more plays through, put some more time in with.
And then past that, what have I been playing? I think that's pretty much it as far as games that we've been playing recently that since last week. Been working a lot, obviously, for a ton of reasons, but
yeah. Well, that's good. I'm really glad you guys are doing well, and make sure you stay safe up there in Indianapolis. And is it generally? I mean, how is the? Is it calm up there?
Yeah. As far as the ER, if that's what you mean, it's not too bad right now, but we're expecting starting coming this weekend, and next week's going to be real rough around our department. We've actually set up 20 extra beds in our ambulance bay in preparation for the flood that is coming, and I helped kind of get some of that set up today with our managers and supervisors. So sobering thought when you think about like how much you could be overrun in a department and what you have available to you. Like if things really get nasty, how much are we going to be able to do to help these people?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Well, hope for the best with that one. It's probably going to get worse before it gets better, but
that's what they keep saying. So we're just waiting for it to drop.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. But again, thank you, Steve, for everything you do. And thanks for joining us. And thanks for being an active participant here with us at Meepleville Live and sending in the videos and participating with us here on the channel. We really, really appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you guys doing this every week.
All right, Steve, we'll talk to you soon then.
All right, bye.
There's Steve.
Bye. All right, so I sent out the invitation to a couple of people who sent me some emails. Rachel, I know you said you may not be able to join, but I sent you the invitation just as well. So even if you can just come for a little while, please come, just hang out for a little while. You might not be for the whole game, but just be good to see you and hang out and talk. So, and anybody else too. Again, we could take up, we played with 9 people, Grant, before?
Yeah, we can do 9 pretty well. I know people playing on their phones get a little overwhelmed because you have to kind of flip between the screens, but it's never that bad.
Oh, and I think Carl just joined us. Folks, I don't know if you know who Carl is. Carl is the sales manager, I want to say, for Scorpion Masqué. I hope that's the right name, or I think because I know they've changed it back and forth, Carl. But they make games like Decrypto, Stay Cool, Break the Code, several others. Really, really good company, and Carl's a really great guy.
Carl, type into chat the name of the word game. We just played it at Gamma. You showed it to me. I don't remember the name of that game, but I thought that one was going to be a ton of fun. It's basically their follow-up to Decrypto to a degree.
Not Break the Code?
No. It's not Break the Code. It was a word game.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
something like Codemasters. I don't remember. That was one of the super fun games I played at Gamma. Was their next one?
Masterword. There he goes. He put it in there.
Masterword. Yeah. That was super fun, Carl. Really glad I got a chance to play that. I don't know how far out that game is, or if we're even allowed to talk about it, but I did. Super fun.
Well, he put it in words right there.
Yeah, he put it in words. It's not him now. I tricked him.
Put the blame on him. Oh, and Carl, listen, man, we need to get the giant Decrypto at Meepleville because people love it. We play it, so we got to get it down there.
Absolutely.
And Masterword, send us a copy of that too when that comes in, so we can get people playing that as well.
Yeah, that was just a different. It was another fully cooperative word game, so it's kind of in that just one vein where you're working together to accomplish something. and I thought that was super fun.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, so we'll definitely have that and carry that because we love Scorpion Masquerade games. They're really, really, really good. So again, anybody else who wants to join us, please let us know. Send me an email. I'll get you the invite to join us for the Zoom thing. We'll be doing that in just about 5 minutes over there. So anybody else want to join us on Discord too, please come into the chat and talk to us.
Yeah, and even if you guys aren't looking to chat to people, just joining the Discord. There are text channels as well. We kind of post information in there. So if you're not watching Facebook, it's just another place to see information, find other people. There's just text channels where you could say, hey, I'm looking for a game. People are going to respond to you. I saw people earlier talking about getting a Secret Hitler game going on either Tabletopia or Board Game Arena, one of those sites. So, that's what we're trying to use it for, is a way to find other gamers with the situation that we're all in right now. So hopefully people start using that more and get something out of it.
Stephanie's asking what the Discord number is. You could, if you put the link up there again, Grant. It's in the chat, Stephanie, if you can go back, but he's going to put it up there again for you.
Yep,
so you can come and join us. But you know what, folks? We're going to have to go ahead and end it for today. Oh, there it is right there, Stephanie. So we're going to have to go ahead and end it for today so we can get ready for our Zoom meeting. And again, there's still some time left, folks. Please go ahead and email me. We'll get you in the game.
Do you want to chat with Stephanie really quick? She did jump on really fast.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on in, Stephanie.
Hey, you there, Stephanie?
Oh, yeah. Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi.
Just that easy. See how easy Discord is?
I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't realize it just connected like that.
You figured it out? Yep, you click that link, it kind of takes you straight to a place.
Yeah. I was like, whoa. That was crazy.
Yes. So how you doing, Stephanie?
I'm doing good. How about you guys?
We're doing fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us and coming into the show. Is everybody good, and your family and you all safe and healthy?
Yeah, everything's good. Yeah, I just finished playing Chai live on my Instagram.
Oh, nice. How is that game? It looks absolutely beautiful. I haven't had a chance to try it yet.
Yeah, it was really good. It kind of reminded me a little bit of like Century Golem, I guess, kind of in the you're trying to get certain like gems, or in this case certain ingredients to make your tea, but I really liked the artwork in there and the design of the game. I think it was really like fresh and new, and it was really quick gameplay, which I kind of like, between the long games, to have something shorter that you can just kind of pick up and play.
I definitely appreciate that myself.
Yeah.
So now, was this because isn't there like a bigger game and then a one for just two people?
Chai Tea for Two, I believe, is coming out, but that's not coming out just yet. They did just come out with that game, and I think I saw them at Dice Tower.
Okay. Yes, they were. Yeah.
Yeah, they had the Chai Tea for Two set up, but that's Kickstarter, I think, in April or May.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Something
Okay.
like that.
Yeah, that was coming out.
Yeah.
The thing I really liked about that Chai game is that since each player had their own set of ingredients, like it kind of forced player interaction. I enjoy when there's that little bit of extra, like you have to deal with the other players instead of just kind of doing your own thing the whole game.
Yeah, player interaction's pretty good on that. Even we just played as a 2-player, and I think it was still really good.
Oh, good to know.
Oh, yeah, very good. That is good to know. That's really great. But yeah, so do you live here in Vegas or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, very good. Wasn't quite sure.
Yeah, been here since April of last year, so still kind of new to the area.
Oh, good. Well, thank you, for joining us on the channel. What else have you been playing during your lockdown?
Tainted Grails is one of them that I've been playing. Sorcerer City. I just got Mire Marsh as well.
I'm seeing a theme here.
Let's see. A Vindication, Rival Restaurants, Isle of Cats. Yeah.
Oh, how was Isle of Cats? I've been dying to play that game.
Oh, that's such a fun game. I love tile laying games, so that is just right up my alley. I got to meet the creator of Isle of Cats, and he's just really cool.
Oh, nice.
Really, like, an inspiration, I think, to people who are making games or who need help making games, since he does it all himself. But yeah, it's kind of hard to believe that he actually made this whole game just himself, and he did the artwork, he did Kickstarter, he does talking to everybody. He's just a one-man shop, and I think that makes the game for me like so much better, because it's just amazing that he did this all by himself. But the game itself is really good. Again, we usually play at 2-player, and I think it's still a really good game.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That was one I got a hold of before Dice Tower West, because we were trying to have some people on hand to help teach that one. And everybody that I showed super liked it. There was somebody that comes to Meepleville that I was borrowing his game. His cat had actually attacked his box. So there was a bunch of cat scratches on the box, and I was like, every single box should have had that done. I thought that would have been so like clever of them to like damage their own box with cat scratches, but
yeah, that's actually I think just adds the some value to that game.
Oh, absolutely. I know. It still looks super nice. It's hilarious. 'Cause even like for anybody that doesn't know, when you open up the box lid of Isle of Cats, on the inside of the box lid, there's a giant target, and it even says, "This is where your cat can sit," or something to that degree.
Yeah.
So it's for the cat lovers out there, absolutely.
I agree.
Cool.
Oh, very good. Well, good. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Come back on here next week. Come join us on Zoom either tonight, or we're gonna play some games live on Friday as well. Love to see more people playing.
That's right.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, guys.
All right, bye.
Bye, Stephanie.
Bye.
Well, thank you, everyone. We really appreciate you spending the time with us here on Wednesday night. We hope you all stay safe here in Las Vegas, or wherever you are. Steve up in Indianapolis, and other people too. And we still have some more spots. If you'd like to join us in Zoom, send me an email, but we're going to be going over to that right now to play a game.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next week.
All right, thank you.